y'all. How y'all doing? Um, as promised, I'm gonna talk about that crazy experience with a narcissist. And I'm gonna try to get through this as quickly as possible because the it was just so many different events in that one relationship, and it's just like this video in particular would be like 30 minutes and more. Like I don't want it to be that long. So before we jump into that, I'm gonna leave my email in the description box for anyone who would like to share their personal stories and would feel comfortable with me reading them on YouTube. And it's just where, I give enlightenment and, encouraging words and things like that and help you get through that point in your life. And make sure if you email me, you tell me that you're okay with me reading your story on here, and I will do just that. But anyways, let's just jump into this because y'all, it's crazy. So in 2022 of and we were in November, I met a narcissist, the most narcissistic person ever. And I was 18 at the time. He was 20. And we met through his sister and my ex-best friend. They all used to work at BK. And I would go up there on my best friend's break. I would go up there, chill in the lobby, kick it. And it would be other people in the lobby as well. We would order food. We would, just gossip, talk about, just passing time, whatever. And I would do that almost every day. Like when I wasn't working, I would go up there with her, And I ended up meeting his sister first. I met her through L, which is the best friend. I met B through L. And we kicked it off from there. Her energy was beautiful. She was outgoing. She had a lot of energy. That girl was crazy. She used to jump off the freaking walls. She just had so much energy, and I liked that about her. So it's okay, yeah, we could be cool. And she was around every day. When me and Elle would go somewhere, she right there. But I didn't mind it because she was a sweet person. So it was one day in particular. We were at a gas station, and we were sitting there. We had just finished getting gas, and B's brother had called, and he was asking could L come get him from work from BK. And I was in the passenger seat, and I was listening to his voice, and I'm like, okay, because who is that? His voice was very, very attractive, alluring, and it's just I wanted to see what that was about. So I was like, who's that? And B was like, oh, that's my brother. And I'm like, yo, brother. And she was like, yeah, his name T. And L chimed in, and she was like, yeah, he work up there with us. He's very respectful. He has manners, and he's nice, and things like that. So I was liking what I was hearing. And in the back of my mind, something was like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. But I was like, yeah, do it. And that was so toxic at the time. It was just because I was going against my higher self. I was going against my intuition, y'all. But anyway, we ended up hooking up with each other. She showed him a picture of me, and he was like, yeah, put me on. So Elle ended up texting me, and she was like, girl, T want to talk to you. And I was like, oh, for real? And I said, oh, for real, because I wasn't expecting him to actually want to talk to me, because the dudes in my city, they so ugly, y'all, but they so bougie. And I just didn't understand that because, yeah, I didn't understand that. Anyway. So he ended up wanting to talk to me, so we started texting each other, and we sent pictures to each other, to see, what we look like, and, we both like what we see. So from that point, his energy was like, because, y'all know how it is in the beginning. The dude is just so consistent, persistent, and they want you to they want it to seem like they all in and they serious. Like, that's how they reel you in. So that's what he was doing. His energy was there. The communication was there. We would talk on FaceTime every day or every night, I guess. And yeah, I was starting to like him. I guess he was starting to like me. That's how he was making it seem. So yeah, I ended up going back to his house one night. It was me, him, and Elle. We had just finished cleaning her car, and she dropped me off with him to go to his house. So we were chilling in his room. He put on a movie on Netflix, and I noticed that he kept looking at me, like, in the corner of my eye. I saw him looking, and I'm like, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, what is he looking at? So we started talking, and he told me that he thought I was finna give him oral. First of all, if I wanted that, I would have told you that. Like, I'm bold, and I speak my mind. And as good as he looked, like, I would have told him, like, I don't want to watch this movie. Let's do something else. I was not on that. Like, I respect myself. I respect my body. And it's just like, why would I don't know you like that. I don't know where you've been. Why would I put my mouth on you and you don't know me like that? Like, he was trying me like I was just like some bop or something. And I didn't give him that type of energy like I was just that type of person. So I don't know why he would try me like that. And then he told me I was just seeing what type of timing you was on. But nigga, first of all, if I was on that type of timing, like I said, I would have made a move on you. You would have known that I wanted to do that because I would have been coming on to you. But I was just chilling watching the movie. So, yeah, that was the first red flag. But like I said, when in my previous years, I ignored the red flags because I was really into somebody and I really liked somebody. But I ain't doing that no more. Anyways, so a few weeks passed, maybe like 2-3 weeks later, we ended up going out. We went to a steakhouse. It was me, him, his sister, and my ex-best friend. Yeah, that night was super duper fun. It was all laughs. We was kicking it, chilling. Just the energy was right. Like, I had a good time that night. And after we ate and did what we had to do in Statesboro, we came back. And that night, I actually, okay. And I still feel like that was too soon, but it was the lust kind of like took over, and it's like, okay, I want to give myself to him now. And that's what I did. I should have waited, but I just didn't. And yeah, we ended up, we put on a movie. You know how that is. You put on the movie on Netflix and you don't watch it because you're too busy being nasty. So that's what was going on. We were being, intimate with each other. And yeah, I was scared actually to get to that point because you know how you can tell when somebody like slanging? Like, you could tell when somebody got some pipe. And I already knew from day one when I first saw him, like the way he walked and, how his stance is, and he was chocolate, and y'all know how them little tiny, them thin chocolate niggas is. They be slanging, but I wasn't expecting it to be that much. But anyway, moving forward, we had more encounters with each other. Every time I went over there, we was going at it like rabbits, and we didn't actually get to know each other on a deep soul level. Like, he knew my name, I knew his name, I knew where he lived, he knew where I live, but that we only knew shallow things about each other. We didn't get deep. Like, I didn't know who I was laying down with. I didn't know who I was opening myself up to. And I wish I would have listened to my intuition when my intuition was telling me, don't do it. Because I even had got a reading on him the first day. Or a couple days after me and him started talking, I went to one of my the people that I usually book with. I went to her and I paid for a reading, and I asked her, and I was like, would me and T work together? So the things that she was saying, I didn't want to believe it, because I'm like, oh, you tapped into somebody else's energy. You probably talking about an ex. And she was telling me, you shouldn't go forward with it. It's not going to make you happy. It's not going to be healthy. And I didn't listen to it. I'm like, oh, you talking about somebody already, was in a relationship with. You ain't talking about him. Like, I was so in denial, and she ended up being right. She was right. That relationship it messed with my mental health. It made me I didn't feel as confident anymore. I didn't feel good about myself. Like, that relationship took a toll on me. It took me forever to heal from that situation, and I'm still kind of like, I'm good now. It doesn't hurt as much when I think about it. I actually laugh, because it's just like, the type of person that he was, it's just like, you need help. So it doesn't bother me as much now. It's, sometimes when I think about it, it's like, dang, I really went through that. So anyways, yeah, the relationship in the first month, like from November 5th to, the first week of December, the relationship was good. No arguments. Like, how the honeymoon phase is. Everything is peaches and cream, unicorns and rainbows. But after that, he started showing me his true colors. Like, it would start like random arguments and him ghosting me. And the first time he did it, it was like around Christmas. And he texted me, he was like we were arguing that day, and he was like, oh, you just mad because I didn't get you anything for Christmas. First of all, I am not the type of female that expects handouts from any man. I'm not materialistic. It's just really the thought that counts. But I'm not finna force you. I'm not finna press you about no gift. And for him to say that, it just kind of like, yeah, you don't value me. You don't care about me for real. Because for you to say, oh, you just mad because I ain't get you nothing, it just, like I said, I wasn't expecting him to get me anything, but like, I was thinking about doing something for him, so it's just like, dang, you know what I mean? Like, I was talking to my ex-best friend, and I was telling her, I want to take him somewhere, I want to get him something, I want to do something nice for him, because like, I actually liked him, but evidently he didn't feel that way about me. So we argued, and I cussed him out, of course, and I blocked him. I ended up unblocking him. No, I think he blocked me. So I was like, oh, that's sassy. You blocking me? But anyway, I deleted the messages and I forgot all about him because I'm like, okay, well, at least I wasn't too far in. At least I wasn't too deep into the relationship. I can easily, put my energy back and call all of my energy back and my power and stuff like that because it's like it was only a month. So I'm like, okay, cool. At least I didn't get too deep into it. I thought he wasn't gonna. I thought he was gonna keep moving. No, he came right back. Um, he had text me on some BS, talk about some. Why you talking about me to other people? Why you telling people about um my stuff? Like, cause it was this guy. He's gay, and I he asked me, he was asking me like personal questions about T, and like I would give him like short answers. It's like I didn't go into detail. It was just like I didn't want to talk about that because it's like what I'm not telling nobody my business, like what I got going on. So I was like answering his questions, and it was like short answers, and I guess he went back and he was all in T's face and saying I said this and I said that, and I was talking about how good this is and how good that is. And he texted me. He was like, "Oh, you don't need to be telling people about what we got going on and da 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 da. That's weird." And I'm like, you just wanted a reason to text me because you could have kept that. Like, what? You didn't even say hey. You just went right into that. So like you just want to be toxic. But we started back talking. We got right back cool. And it was an on and off thing from there. It was a repeated cycle of he came back, we had sex, he got detached, and he was cold. So that continued from December of 2022 to around July of 2023. And in that year of 2023, I went through so much with him. Like, when he stopped talking to me, he started dealing with my cousin. And the thing about it is, my cousin knew that I was dealing with him because she saw me. She was in the car with L when I was walking up the hill. He was walking up there with me. She saw him. So yeah. But anyway, she knew I was dealing with him. But females in Claxton, yeah, where I'm at, y'all, everybody easy, everybody going, everybody just sleep with whoever. I don't care who you is. I'm finna, go behind you and mess with. Like, that's just how these niggas and that's how these females are. So I wasn't tripping off that. And they swear I was. They swear I was so pressed. Y'all, I didn't even know that they was dealing with each other until she come texting me about him, trying to check me. And I'm like, first of all, I didn't even know y'all was talking. Let's get that straight. I didn't know y'all was talking because me and him stopped talking, and I was in college. I started college January of 2023. I was minding my business. Like, I was focused on that. I ain't focused on no nigga. Like, if you do you, bro, bye. Like, nobody got time for that. So, like, what you come texting me for about? And I got the messages. I'm finna see if I can pull it up. You come texting me about a dude that I no longer care about or I'm no longer attached to. And she was like, and every time she would text me, she would be like, "Oh, I heard that you was talking about me." And she would be, and I asked her, I'm like, "Who told you that?" And she would be like, "T did," or she would be like, "L said it." And L is L is the ex-best friend, and T is the dude that I was messing with, the narcissist. Those two would be telling her stuff, and I'm like, what's going on? So yeah, so we ended up, it was a, I guess it was a misunderstanding or whatever. And yeah, we, whatever, cut that short. I'm like, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you over no man that I know that I don't want. So please get out of my inbox. Cause first of all, I'm not gonna fight you. It's never that serious about no nigga. Like, you don't love yourself. You don't respect yourself. Cause you out here trying to fight a female, your cousin to be exact, over a nigga. Have him. Like, I handed him off to you, and he still came back to me. So what does that say about you? Like, that's nothing to brag about, but I'm just saying, like, you doing all that and he's still gonna be on my line. So pipe down. But anyway, yeah. So they had their dealings. Like, when me and him would stop dealing with each other, he would go deal with her. And then when they would stop dealing with each other, he'll come back over here. And it's just like, ew. Like, ew. Because the type of individual that she is, it's like, okay, you're not about to get in my goodies and you dealing with that. It's just like, no. So we stopped being intimate with each other in June, because that's when he tried to trap me, y'all. I thought I was pregnant, and he was talking good, saying, oh, I'm gonna be a good father, I'm gonna take care of my kids, I'm not gonna be nothing like my daddy, and we gonna move in together, we gonna get an apartment and stuff like that. And that ended up not happening because he found out that I wasn't gonna be able to get the apartment using my financial aid, and he got mad at me. He stopped talking to me. And from that point forward, when I found out that I wasn't pregnant, and he found out that I wasn't getting that apartment at the time, we went our separate ways. It's like, okay, Mala, this man is using you for his own selfish reasons. And that's when I officially cut my energy off to him. I blocked him through social media. I blocked every way that I knew he could contact me. I blocked him because it's like, I want to move forward. So that's what I did. He ended up calling me in August. That it was around the time I was about to go back for my fall semester. He ended up calling me. He was like, if I see you with another nigga on campus, I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna kill you, and I'm gonna kill that nigga. So I was laughing because it's like, niggas want to be crazy so bad. So I hung up in his face, and he had called me from his sister's phone. Like, leave me alone. You're clearly dealing with other parties, but you still worried about who I'm talking to. So yeah, it was peaceful. Like, I was able to get peace from July going into October. It was peaceful. Like, I met someone new, and me and Hill we were growing our bond and things like that. So I thought I got rid of him until October 8th. It was 2 o'clock in the morning, and somebody was trying to send me a friend request from a fake account, and I'm like, who is this? And I didn't accept it. I took a screenshot of it though, because I take screenshots of everything. I took a screenshot of it, and I saved it. I put it in a little folder, because I have like a little folder of all the receipts. And that the account ended up texting me because I noticed I had a message request, and I looked, and it was from that account, and it was Portal Potty. It was Portal Potty Coochie. It was her. And here she come again. Oh, I'm so tired of you talking about me, and I'm so tired of you bringing me up. T with me now. He want me. He don't want you. You ain't gonna never get him back. And you da 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 da. I'm like, little do you know, T still want me. So you like just calm down. Like females be going so hard about a man that still be in love with their ex. And even your own friend, well, your own cousin was trying to tell you that, but you steady trying to attack me, trying to fight me. You don't want to do that. But I'm just like, I'm not gonna do that anyway. Like, what am I finna fight you for? So, yeah. And then he ended up texting me. Well, he didn't text me. He called me, and I answered the phone. I was like, "What?" He was like, "Why you being childish?" And I hung up in his face. He called me back again. I'm like, "What?" He was like, "Stop being childish." And he was like, "Stop calling my B. Stop texting my B." And I was like, "Okay." He was like, "I hope that nigga that you with effing you right." He was. But, and he hung up in my face and he blocked me. So, that happened, and yeah, me and the girl got on the phone, and she was telling me about how he be putting his hands on her and stuff like that, and how he was acting crazy towards her. And I was like, don't get me wrong, I don't like domestic violence. I cannot stand that. I hate it with a passion. Do not touch a female. But it's just like, why do you want me to feel sympathy for you? And you was just in my inbox trying to bully me about him. And I was trying to tell you the type of person that he is, and you didn't want to listen. So don't come to me about that now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to show you sympathy at all. You was trying to act big body, and, you know, like you was about him. So deal with it. Like, I wasn't lying to you about anything I was saying. Like, what I was telling you about him was the truth, and you just wanted to be delusional, a little dumb hoe. So I'm gonna let you be that. So, yeah, October, you know, we going into the new year. I was still with my ex. I was still dealing, not the narcissist, but the new guy I was talking to. I was still dealing with him. Me and him was going through. Was like, that was my bookie, and we ended up breaking up in January. So that's when me and T got back connected. He had, I don't know if he felt that I was out of a relationship, but me and dude broke up January 29th. He texted me January 31st. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Did he just like smell it? Did he feel it? Like, what's going on? So, y'all, I got messages of what he said. Y'all, listen. So, I'm probably going to have to do part 2, but I'm going to read this message first, and I'm going to end this video. Because, like I said, the story is just, it's crazy. But let me pull up the messages, and I'm going to read it to y'all, what he said. Y'all, he's so narcissistic. It's disgusting. But, anyway, this is what he said. Where is it at? Okay. Boom. He said, because he was blowing my phone up, and I was ignoring him. Then he texted me. He was like, Mila, I'm not finna keep calling. Text me back, though. I'm not on no game. I miss you. My heart want to be here, nowhere else. Just understand, it's not the same. I'm sorry for what I did. I know you ain't deserved that. That's where I was wrong. I love you, Mila, for real. I can't fake it. So we went back and forth, and he was like, you gonna block me out? Like, that's not right. Like, he was manipulating me. And he was just like, you need to unblock me so we can talk. And he wanted me to hear him out. So we talked. But from this point forward, I'm going to put this section in another video. I hate to leave y'all like this, but the video is going on 30 minutes, and if I talk about what else happened, this video is going to be an hour. So I'm gonna leave this part for another video. I'm come back in 2 days with the second part, y'all. But just know it gets crazier from this point on. Okay, so yeah. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Like I said, my email is in the description box. I will also have my email open for personals if you guys want to book with me. And yes, this is where I'm going to leave this video off. Guys, be good, do good. Until next time, bye.